Yo, let's blow stuff up.
Wow. Woo. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the fuck back.
Welcome back, everybody.
If you're a child listening, it's too late. I'm sorry. Folks, this is episode 140.
140. Dub tempo, ladies and gentlemen.
It's good tempo. We are joined by Mr. Frick once again.
Freaky boy himself.
Let's go.
He has returned.
Howdy, guys.
What's up, my man? How you doing today?
Feeling good. Feeling good to be back on the pod.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for inviting me.
Of course, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, round 2. I forget what number your first one is that you joined, but we'll just call it 93. Everyone go check out that one.
It wasn't that.
It was in the 80s.
Oh, it was close. It was close.
It was back in the 80s, man.
Back in the 80s.
That was a good decade, man, back then. You know what I'm saying?
What are we doing?
This is the Producer Lounge, folks. We're going to talk about music production.
Oh, that's what this is?
For the extended
That's what this is.
future. Nice. As long as you're here with us.
I like music.
Hey, you don't like production, though? You're just like, nah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, who needs it?
Right. AI, dude.
AI.
Come on. Folks, we're so glad you're here. Just like we're glad Alex Frick is here.
That's right.
How's your existence been up until now?
It's been good, to be honest. Kind of a rough start to the year mentally.
Damn.
Girlfriend got flu, trying to find a new home.
Shit.
So I've been,
Stress.
Super
Life.
stress, super depressed. And
Oh, no.
I've actually been doing much better lately, though, very recently.
Good.
And music plays a big part in that. I've been doing a boot camp, trying to sharpen my skills at making music.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, that's sick.
It's like a 6-week course with Justin J.
Yeah,
Shout
6
out.
weeks. I'm on week 4. Got 2 left. It's been amazing.
How do you feel?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Fuck yeah. You're just cranking out tunes, learning a bunch of
We are going to
shit.
juice you for everything you've learned
Yep.
here on this episode.
Sorry, Justin J. All your
Now-
information is
from now
getting
on,
leaked
juice me.
tonight.
We're just going to analyze what this
I'll
is.
be your orange.
I'll be your orange.
He submitted,
Orange juice.
folks. Orange juice?
That's not what I said.
Too long in the sun. Oh.
Wait, did you say orange juice?
I didn't.
Oh, I thought that's what you...
No, I definitely did.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck?
We're getting back on track here.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the beginning of the year can be tough. We also had a slew of illness pass through the house,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah. Still,
yeah, but
it's there.
I basically sterilized the entire house by boiling vinegar for like 5 hours.
It smelled insane. It was so weird.
It works
yeah.
though. It motherfucking works.
I walked in and just like...
And that was like 4 hours
know,
after.
right?
It was like 4 hours
so
after.
much. Yeah, it was a long time.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you get the wook flu? Is that what it is?
The wook flu.
What flu?
Basically.
No, probably.
Mine was not a flu. It was definitely more of a cold kind of bug.
Yeah, I kind of had a cold.
You catch the wook flu and instantly you buy a bunch of
I did have a
pashminas.
fever.
and-
Right. That would suck.
Shit.
I did get a pretty good fever.
Yeah, me too. I was fucked up.
It was weird. It
Oh,
was
that's
like
a
the
cold
quietest
thing.
our house has been because no one was making music.
Right.
Because we were all sick and felt like shit.
Quiet
So
and
it was.
vinegar.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Eerie.
That's all.
works great. Works wonders. Folks, that's a remedy that you can take home and try.
Did you guys make music when you were sick?
No.
No.
No. It didn't sample your coughs and shit? No?
That's all right.
I mean,
opened
not in the
DAW,
heat of the moment.
but
I kind of did as it was coming on, and like a couple days in.
yeah, I
The main
tinkered.
couple days, I was very busy,
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
just
Destroyed.
waking up in the middle of the night, like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I'm
exactly.
cold and sweating right now. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Let's just never get sick again, huh?
That
Yeah.
would be great, dude.
Right?
That's why I boil vinegar.
Let's live
You know,
forever.
Yeah.
If you eat a jalapeno a day,
Dude, that was the
it'll
best
keep
thing
you from
coming,
ever getting sick.
coming out of
You'll never get sick.
being sick, just getting a roasted jalapeno. Anyways, folks, this is the producer lounge. And roasted jalapenos are delicious.
We
But-
can just talk about some shit.
Well, that's true. We can just talk about, what kind of shits people took. Sure.
Okay, so the other day. No.
Okay.
No, we were just talking as the podcast was about to begin about this new Bitwig filter.
Ah, yes.
So Bitwig put two filters. They put a filter that has it has a distortion unit and then a filter.
Oh.
And then it has many different options for what that filter can be.
Okay.
Kind of like serum, if you will. Like you can choose all your different filters.
You're on Ableton, right? Not Bitwig?
Yes, Ableton.
Okay.
Ableton. Yep.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's okay. It's still a cool filter.
Yeah, you'll still understand what's happening.
Yeah. And then, so it has a bunch of different filters, and there's one filter called Vowel that has 5 different points on the
Jesus.
cutoff.
Right.
Saw you look at me.
5 different points where you can choose the vowel that you want, and then it gives you an option for a bunch of different, like, couple female, couple male.
Oh, that's
And
fucking
children.
awesome. What?
So yeah, if you go there, you got
So
vowel.
here's the device.
And it's
we're not
5
in there
points
on the pod right now.
of formant,
Oh, thank
like
you.
little peaks. Ooh, complex.
Push the wrong one.
What, like 3 in the mids, 2 up high kind of thing?
Just a second. Let's get the viewers in on this shit.
My bad, viewers.
It's okay.
my
They
fault.
didn't have to burden their eyes with your 1990s serum skin.
Dude,
Yeah.
They lucked out.
Best serum skin.
I hate it so much.
So you
So
got like
bright.
the 5 different points along the cutoff, if you will. Like typically, if you had like a low pass filter on there, it'd be doing your shit.
Whoa, that's just a saw going into that?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Right.
And so for each of those little points, so yeah, you can choose the general like male female kind of EQ curve that it's doing or whatever it's doing within the filter.
I like how they have women and then female.
Right.
Oh, and
Well,
then
that's
men
one.
and
That's
then
one
male?
woman.
Yeah, right. That's a single woman. This is more than one.
Oh, it's like acquired
Right.
formant filter?
I have
Okay.
no idea.
Interesting.
Can we hear the choir?
Yeah.
I mean, that is. I mean,
Oh, chords.
Oh.
It's like Sunday at church.
Yeah, but for each of those little spots that he's dragging past, you can select a vowel. So if you click on those little guys, there
Oh,
is,
what?
and it tells you what it is. So you can choose any random vowel, and then you get 5 of them, and you can morph between them. It's pretty sick.
What the fuck? That's insane. This was added in the last Bitwig update.
Yeah.
I'm very jealous of this.
It pretty quickly does some nasty
mean,
shit.
Have you made any tracks with this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you were on
I've
it
been
day
making mud
one.
pies with it. It's really it's a nice layer to do like kind of more subtly because it just provides like a weird little vocally randomness to the sound.
Nice.
It's sick. Yeah, because I don't like my sounds staying the same the whole time. So it's nice to have like
What the fuck?
you have it like so aggressive.
Some good old fashioned tech house bass, right?
It's a banger already.
no, it's
Yeah.
that's like old school fucking.
I know. I was
Dub.
joking. Can you do something for me real quick?
Yeah.
Make the LFO a little bit slower, and then turn the serum pitch bend range up to like 12 or 24, and then pitch bend it as it's going through the formant.
Oh, is that how you,
You
get
just
your
put a
points?
random-
That's exactly
I
how.
see.
Yeah.
Put a random on that pitch.
Oh yeah. That's one thing Bitwig is amazing at is randomization. Their random shit is so good.
Yeah, I think pretty fast works good.
Resonant language, is that you? Dude.
It's crazy. All the tipper fam are creaming in their
I
pants right
know. Yeah.
now. They're like, I'm getting this shit. What the fuck? All the tipper fam gonna be in Bitwig before you know it.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. And then you put another random on the speed of the random that's
Of course.
controlling the main thing.
Mm.
And the
Speeds up,
how
slows
quickly
down.
it's. Dude,
oh, the reverse.
this shit is everything to me.
Yeah, you guys have been hyped on the weird sounds. Are you into those like weird ass sounds like this kind of shit?
Dude, the weirder, the better.
Yeah.
Always.
Okay. Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Let's
Yes.
go.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we're all kind of that way.
Yeah.
Like, some people aren't doing that, but I don't know.
That's weird.
You're trying to
Agreed.
create, like, creating kind of means, like, not what you're used to hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So weird is good.
And I almost feel like at a certain point, like
Weird is good.
after you've been making music for a long time, and you've done like the typical quote unquote sounds, like typical like pluck basses and stuff. It's just you kind of get this idea of like, oh, what else is there? Like, and you slowly get weirder and weirder. You do stuff
Yeah.
you wouldn't normally do, and then you end up with some weird formant thing like this in your house track, and you're like, oh. Never would have done this a year ago or 2 years ago, but like this is actually really cool and really strange.
right.
It's just like it's a weird progression.
Necessity is the mother of all creation, right?
Mm.
I need to make newer sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As
Weird
a-
is good, says Patty Creates.
I know that Chinese product.
Shout
Proverb.
out
good.
Patty.
Weird is
Chinese
good.
proverb product.
Yeah.
Has there been anything, Alex, that you've been fucking with recently that are like a fun thing to
man.
fuck with?
Fun
Like-
thing to fuck with.
Yeah, like if you're trying to make a fun, weird noise, what's your like go-to thing right now?
Or just any noise. Doesn't have to be weird.
That's a good question.
Fun weird. I said fun weird.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's got to be weird.
Right now, I'm more of just grabbing samples and kind of like fucking with those. Not so much.
Also love that.
What is what's your go-to way of fucking with the sample then? In that case.
I mean, many ways. There's I generally like to do a lot of just like vocal chops, a lot of just like completely just like messing up vocals and then just like making something new and kind of making rhythm out of that.
Yes.
Right.
I
Yeah,
love
very
playing with
Stretching,
vocals.
maybe.
Stretching for sure. Yeah, I'm keeping it pretty simple right now. I just
Okay.
got like a new computer kind of and
Ooh.
Yeah.
been just like focusing on just like Ableton stock stuff and the few kind of plugins I have. But putting yourself in a box when you're learning it could be very
Sure.
very helpful.
It is.
Totally.
So I don't know.
It's always helpful.
Yeah.
I don't think that ends.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the
Right.
best people in the world at shit, they're putting themselves in a box for the whatever they're about to create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they're either getting paid to do something, which is a
Sure.
lot of them. They're like, "What do you need? Okay, all right, I'll make that for you. This is the box."
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So as you're working on getting there, definitely putting yourself in a box is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and regardless of like what I use, just been cranking out a lot of tunes. Been
Fuck yeah.
just putting the pedal to the metal and getting it because I feel like quantity kind of equals quality after a while.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. If you keep mining, you will find gems.
As we say,
Yeah.
do 400 more. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Do 400 more?
At least.
Make 400 more.
At least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. Around every corner is a better track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a curse and
They're always
a blessing.
better.
That's just the
That's
way.
sick. You've been playing with
Sometimes they
like
suck.
vocal chop stuff though. I've been obsessed with vocal chops the past like 3 months. I don't know what clicked in my brain, but I've just every single song I like. It's almost a crutch at this point where I'm just like, okay, we're add the vocal chop here, like do this even if it like doesn't make sense in the song. I'm like trying to force it in just because I'm
Hilarious.
so obsessed with it.
It's a pretty good move.
It's so much fun. How are you approaching doing the vocal chops? Are you just like throwing the audio on the track and like randomly scrolling and cutting, or like using it like a sampler, or what's your approach?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I've been doing vocal chops with like original tracks. I've been making like edits. I've been making bootlegs.
Fuck yeah.
Just trying to experiment and just like, I feel like making music is kind of like, it's like going to the gym. You gotta just like,
Right, a little bit of that, for sure.
better you get.
Chops.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, seeing a lot of good, positive. I feel like I've been too hard on myself making music. I gotta just like let it go and have fun.
Sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Dude, yeah.
What was that Rick
It's a diary entry.
Rubin thing? Yeah, it's every song is a diary entry. It's not for anyone but you.
Mm-hmm.
And the sooner you make it like that, the better it is.
Right.
every
It's
time.
also it's a weird thing though, because like being really hard on yourself like you are can be a good thing, because where
Sure.
you're like lacking, and like, oh, my songs aren't sounding as good as
You
X
have
and
to be
Y.
aware.
Yeah, you have to be. Yeah, it's good having that like awareness. But then there is a certain point where you're just like beating the shit out of yourself, and then it just gets like really toxic or bad for
Right.
yourself.
Yeah.
So it's good
not
you're
a
finding the
thing.
balance.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the balance is good. Just like, just having fun with it, trying to get tracks done and complete and move on to the next one.
Mhm.
Yep. Heard that.
Yeah, dude, you're stacking them up. 14. It's like 2 EPs or an album or something, or just a bunch of unreleased ammo, and you play live. Like,
Yeah, that's
that's
a
fun.
big goal as a producer
That's
and
huge.
a DJ is like making sure that I have tracks that I can play. Like the only way to hear them is like to see me play.
Exactly.
I think that's cool.
Yes.
That's the
Yeah.
coolest.
Edits or whatever, but
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Yeah, that's always. That's how we roll. We have like 80 tracks
Yeah.
at this point that are just
I
We
can't
haven't
remember.
released a goddamn thing.
no.
Yeah, you motherfuckers.
get a Bandcamp going. guys.
I know, at least that,
At
right?
least the Bandcamp. 'Cause
Yeah,
then you
tell
can
'em,
just throw
Alex,
edits
tell
on
'em.
there.
You guys don't
Sure.
worry
So easy.
about it. We have this under control.
We have it. Yeah.
We got
Alright.
plans.
Party B's
Don't
first
worry
single
about
coming
it.
out in 2035. Look forward to that. It's coming.
I want it. Put me on the guest list.
I can't remember who said it, but someone called all the songs that you keep unreleased to just play live. Those are like your sacrificial lambs
Right.
that
Oh
you
my
just
God.
you just keep them. Yeah,
They're not sacrificial. They're really getting used. Hopefully.
Oh, they're getting rinsed.
Got to keep the gods happy.
you got to keep the gods happy. Yes,
Keep bleeding that sheep.
let's go.
Look, the coolest artists out there are playing a bunch of shit that is like unique in a given set. Like the ones that are like the legendary level people are fucking doing that shit.
Right. They're
So,
playing
Do
wild
that
shit
shit.
nobody's ever heard.
Be that person, you know?
Right.
Like you go to a fucking like, not to bring it up because weird Fish concert. It's unique
Right.
because it's a special thing.
Right.
Or I don't know, whatever. Like
I have a question for you.
a
what is
beta
a-
nectar set.
Shout out.
What
Beta
is a Party B concert look like?
Ooh.
What was like? What would your ideal? What do you want?
Yeah.
weightlifters on stage.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
In ballerina costumes,
Well,
weightlifters.
At the moment, it's a little in flux, but for the most part, like
As far
for
as Party B goes.
for sure, like all 100% originals, and there's no genre specific. It's fucking all over the place.
You're setting the bar
Yeah.
real high.
Mm.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
We have only ever played all originals.
yeah.
Um,
But that's why we have
as Party B.
as part of
Right.
B
Right.
Yeah, that's
That's-
why we have.
DJI Fridays.
Yeah.
DJI Fridays
love
is
that
just
restaurant.
like
God.
I know. It's just so we can just go,
Dude, the DJ Fridays has some delicious beats.
dude.
I'll tell you that.
Their beats are red, red hot. Yeah. That's basically where Party B stands. But Party B is in a little bit of a flux right now.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a flux.
Anyway, we don't have to worry about that right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, we can talk about that after the podcast.
What about you then? What does your like perfect kind of set look like? Or
Oh,
if you
man.
could do anything for a set?
I mean, I don't know. Perfect like experience involves DJ, crowd,
Cohesion.
sound, all
the
this stuff.
visual kind of thing.
I don't
of
think
it.
200 people is like a great amount. People that are into it, not just staring at me. There's nothing to see. Turn around and dance.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it all goes into the venue too. Like if you had the choice, fucking put me in a corner, somewhere,
Or in the middle.
or in the middle. That's
Middle's
true.
fun.
Middle is the best.
Or just on a crane. So everyone's just
Sure.
hovering up above.
I think middle is the ideal spot. In front of the speakers in the sweet spot. That's where you put me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm DJing. Let me have the best audio experience because nobody else gives a fuck,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. Except the other
Right.
producers in the crowd.
I'm the
like-
one that's going to care the
Right,
most.
right.
Yeah.
Correct.
So then I can pull my headphones off and be like, it's perfect. It's so loud and
It sounds
awesome
sick
right now.
here. Yeah. Yeah.
That would be just the sickest experience.
It would be so good, right? You get to test out all your new songs too, and get exact
anything.
The best
feedback.
club you could create.
Yeah.
Although you might need like an elevator or some weird shit to like not make the DJ have to
Traverse it.
stairs. You know, basement
you
stairs.
just have somebody sneak in and just get you in. Like what they do is
Oh
the
yeah.
boiler room sets.
Carry.
Like,
You have
there's just a
you
big
have
guy.
a fucking posse.
You just
yeah.
gotta, you got a big guy and a couple other dudes, and they just lead you in.
They start throwing elbows.
That's
Yeah.
how we get the DJs.
get a
in the booth.
good
You guys didn't know that?
security.
We just carry them.
Right.
Yeah.
Is somebody
Or we could drop them in on a wire
Oh.
from the ceiling.
You guys, I could see that.
I would love that
Yeah.
so much.
I would also love that, especially like with a headset on and like fingerless gloves. You know,
Edgy.
dude.
So edgy.
Yeah. Mission impossible.
And then we're just stalled out,
Yeah, just
not far enough down. And we're like,
Head bump into the play
Fucking-
button.
yeah, and they just
Music
drop.
starts.
Yeah,
flailing. Yeah, and then you fall.
yeah,
That's so doable, too. You could put some pads down or
right,
whatever.
right. Just make it all part of the thing.
Yeah. Right.
That would
Safety
be
first.
so
Well,
funny.
We have a question in chat. Patty Creates says, how do you guys stay motivated and nice to yourself when your creations are exactly what you wanted? Aren't, I think. Or you think you can do better?
Wait. What? What was the
Oh,
question?
what?
How do you guys stay
How to
motivated
stay motivated.
and nice to yourself when your creations aren't exactly what you want? Aren't. I think he meant to say
Oh,
aren't.
okay.
What you wanted.
You're butchering.
Are
this
not.
question.
I know.
Sorry.
Could you imagine
Yeah,
if they
are
were
net.
saying, hey, how do you stay motivated when your songs are exactly what you wanted? And you think you can do better? Wait,
Don't-
this is what I wanted, but not good enough.
You're good, Patty.
Art. Arnett.
I just fucking saddle up. I don't know. You just gotta fucking.
They're never good enough.
He
Yeah.
puts on his little cowboy outfit and sits in the studio. And, yeah, that's how he gets
I
in
like
the mindset.
to put on a dress and sit in the corner
Yep.
for
Cry.
about
Do my
34
nails.
minutes.
Brush your
And
hair.
then, yeah, brush my.
How
I
did-
sit in crisscross applesauce in front of the mirror and put on. I like
This is
to
how
do
we
like
make
a
music.
skincare
Skincare
thing.
routine.
as well. Yeah, listen to
a good move.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
nice. Oof. That's how it's done.
I don't.
Thank God.
How do you approach that, Alex? When you make dog shit music and you know you can do better, what do you do? You feel like shit.
Man, honestly, it's all over, man. Sometimes music can be inspiring. Just listen to some music that I love, and I'm like, damn, I need to get this.
Yes.
I need to do this, and then
That is really good.
yeah, I don't know. It's all over. Sometimes I'll be feeling like shit, and I'll be like, you know what, 2 minutes in Ableton, and I'll sit down, and then 4 hours later, I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, totally
Oh.
a changed man.
Absolutely.
That's
Changed
a
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
exactly.
cool way to approach it. Yeah, you just give yourself 2 minutes, and you're like, whatever I do in 2 minutes, just let a thing happen.
Yep.
So it's
And then
like
something
zero
sparks and
pressure.
you're like,
Yep. And then like you said, you're there for 4 hours, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? I was only supposed to be here for 2 minutes. What happened?
yep.
Yeah, I guess in like the actual answer of the question, I will do some sort of focused work, whether it's like I want to work on snare sounds or kick sounds or some kind of bass sound.
Or actually, one great suggestion that Justin J said, literally just try to make the worst fucking track you've ever made.
Oh yeah.
And it will just not only be fun and silly, but just like it might spark inspiration. Or it might actually come out with a banger. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
That's true.
You need a distraction
Right.
for your brain.
Dude, I literally did that today where I was working on a song that I started yesterday, and it was like 60% there and whatever, and I was like, oh, this just like kind of sucks, and
chicken
I
song?
don't know how to take it to the next level. Yeah. So today I was just like, I'm just gonna make some like really stupid, silly, fun, whatever the fuck happened.
Good.
And yeah, I was playing around, and Caleb comes downstairs at some point. He's like, what the fuck are you doing, you weirdo?
It sounds like a chicken.
Yeah. And it's
Like,
actually,
shut up, I'm an artist.
it's like kind of sick though. It's
Right,
fun.
right. You can
Yeah.
play
Like,
that at the
Yeah.
black box, and people would be like, "Oh!"
You hear that through
Yeah.
the music.
You
You're like,
hear it
this
through
person
your
was
K-hole.
having a blast.
100%,
Right.
100%. You can feel that, right?
Yes, totally.
Yeah. And I don't know. It's special. I love when that happens. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah, I'll do focused work also, but more so I'll try and like find a song that I'm inspired by, and then see how I can incorporate the vibe of that. Like basically try and make the same thing that's not the same thing.
Yeah, just
Like,
channel
there's-
that inner. That
Right.
artist.
If there's like
Yeah.
a drum and bass song with a really cool riff, I'll take that riff and put it in 140 or whatever, and I'll just start back boning off of that. Backboning. Now it sounds sexual. That's not what I meant.
Gross, Caleb.
I mean, I don't know what that move is, but I want to try it.
Backbone and
This is a 65 and
Backboning?
older podcast. You're gonna give the old folk a heart attack.
You're right.
Heart attack, dude. Jesus.
But things like that are an easy way to get just the juices running, and then before you know it, you're 5 hours down the road.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of my go-tos lately is Rick Rubin's book, The Creative Act.
Dude, I've been hearing so much about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
had a
free
lot of
on
people
Spotify.
read.
Alex, you gotta
Spotify right
fucking
now.
check it out, dude.
Audiobook?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, it just came out free on Spotify if you have a
It's on
premium.
YouTube as
Yeah.
well.
Oh, is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I think he's just a goddamn
I think
saint.
he's just
Yeah.
he's just
and
like,
he's just like,
here's my book.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
Like, you should listen to I wanted you to have art.
Mm-hmm.
Go be artists.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
it's-
Stop fucking
is it
caring about
inspiring?
what Instagram is saying.
Yeah. It's
It's
unreal,
so
dude.
good.
It's
It's
so,
so
fucking
Yeah.
good.
Oh,
yeah.
Have you
It's
listened
so
to any of his
inspiring.
like just chats?
I haven't listened to a single Rick Rubin
Dude.
chat.
I got-
Really?
I got one for
okay,
you.
Alex, you have homework to do, dude.
All right.
I got one for you.
Even if you don't want to check out the book at first, like just listen to like 15 minutes of him on a podcast or something. Or even with the book, it's all separated into little like 2 to 5 minute segments based off the chapters. So you can literally just skip to a random point in the audiobook and be like, okay, let me just listen to 2 minutes of whatever he's talking about.
It's like basically like
Oh.
the Bible for creative people.
It's the Bible.
It's
really.
like poetic as fuck.
Dude, it's insane.
It's really vague. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it is nice and vague.
Yeah.
it's like a spiritual book.
it's like spiritual. Yeah, 100%. I don't know.
He's legit.
Nice.
He's just found a way to like put into words like it's called the Creative Act, and that's like exactly what it is. Like he just tells you all these different ways to approach how to be creative in like whatever field, and you hear the things and you're like, that's exactly the thing. You put it into words so perfectly. Like,
That's
how did you
awesome.
do that? Yeah,
That's so great.
yeah. Check it out, dude. It's insane. And check that shit out. 'Cause
Chat is checking it
Jesus.
out.
There's the link.
Oh, did someone link
right
it?
there in chat.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Thank
Was
you,
that Patty?
Yeah.
Patty, you the man.
Shout out Patty.
Let's go, Patty.
Shout out. I bet he
Patty's a
creates-
frog, actually.
A frog?
I've heard.
Yeah. That creates though.
Just goes by Patty.
Froggy creates.
So what's your
Lily
Rick,
pad.
Rick Rubin bit you got?
Was I alleging to a specific thing?
That's what it
I
sounded like to
thought
me,
you were
but
about to recite the whole audiobook by memory.
If you don't
on
have
the
it, that's
pod.
fine.
Well, we
Yeah, let's
talked
hear it,
about
dude.
the diary entry thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Where he was just going like, you're making, the point is not for anything but just to make something cool that you like. Like, you're just putting it down there for yourself. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
anything else.
But what about TikTok?
Dude, what about content, Dave?
What about it?
Dude, I'm doing TikToks between sessions, you know. That's like a more of a relax.
I'm
Yeah.
on TikTok
Get
right now.
myself out of the fucking vibe.
Right, exactly.
You
The
know?
brain numb.
Yeah.
The
Like, let me
diary.
get distracted for a
How
second.
crushing would it be if Rick Rubin was just like money, followers, bitches? That's how you make music.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean, with the way he looks,
all
he
that
would be
matters,
like,
dude.
what?
Yeah.
He looks like an actual guru.
Yeah.
And it would be hilarious for him to be looking like that and then also
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
like,
Bitches.
well, you know, you got to get your money right. Like, you
He's
know,
got, like,
you
3
gotta be
chains
in
on
the
and a girl
palms
around
of a
each
few
arm.
very
At least 3
specific
chains.
people.
Yeah.
We were lacking 2 chains.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
True. Sorry.
Dave, step it up,
Already
dude.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet.
Either
gonna be
3
Not
chain
to
or
the
no
2
chain.
chain level.
Yeah,
I'm at a single chain level right now.
it is a level.
it's okay. You're working your way up, buddy.
You know, I have more than one. I'm not wearing them at the same time though.
Yeah.
Not at that level.
What a flex.
Thank you.
Whatever that means.
I do have more than one.
Yeah.
I got
Shout out
more
Rick
than
Rubin
one-
though.
More
'cause-
than one chain, everybody.
Yeah. I feel like I had never heard of Rick Rubin, and then like the past year, he just blew the fuck up. But that's honestly, it's kind of nice to see.
He's been
like,
famous for a very long time.
He has been, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like he's more or less only been famous to like producers. Well, actually,
People that like music heavily, that are nerds.
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
genre, any music,
Yeah.
any
yeah,
style, whatever.
that's true. That's
That's
true.
cool. Yeah. An artist is an artist, you know? Doesn't matter if you make house or if you make ambient gabber, you know?
Yeah.
Ambient gabber,
Or if you just
damn,
make,
let's
like-
go.
Spray paint, like
But it's cool,
Shit.
like at his
Graffiti?
age, I feel like he is like the most famous that he's ever been, right? And it I don't know, it kind of gives me
I would
perspective
say
of like,
you're right on that. Yeah.
right? Yeah, like there's such a, at least for me, there's such a feeling of like I have to rush to like start getting the numbers and everything, so I don't have to work a stupid job and I can just like do this thing that I love.
I know.
And of course, like everyone wants that, but it is nice to know that like literally at like 60 something years old, this dude is the most popular he's ever been. Like sometimes it does take a sec,
Yeah.
but
Sure.
like
Yes.
he's made it work and like he's lived fine. And
like to
fame
think-
isn't. Go ahead.
Sorry. I like to think I still have far to go. I'm not
Right.
peaking right now, hopefully.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, God bless. Any of us are peaking right now.
Yeah.
Don't need to be doing that. We need to get better.
Yeah.
We need to get
Yeah.
better.
I'm
Not
still
even
on the side of
close.
the mountain.
We were
Yeah.
just talking earlier, like Caleb and I in the kitchen, like that I am waiting for the day where I look back 6 months ago and go like, yeah, that song is still at what I consider my current level of
Good.
quality, because I have
Mhm.
not reached that point. It always is a little bit better.
That's just that. Yeah,
as
that's
you
just kind of
go.
like the artist mindset, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if like the people that we look up to, they still think that way. you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mhm. 100%. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like someone like Skrillex, who is like so established and popular, like he's still evolving his sound
Who's
and doing all this
Skrillex?
weird.
Just kidding.
This is a little artist
know.
on his come up.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Sonny?
a perfect,
I heard
perfect
name.
example.
Yeah, I heard name is Bunny. His name?
Oh, his name is Sunny.
I heard Cardi B was
Bunny Moore.
Skrillex's ghost producer. I don't know.
Damn.
No,
I didn't
could be
hear
wrong.
that. I didn't hear that.
I just heard that from this guy.
Leaking information on the
Is that
pod,
true?
Alex.
Is that true?
Jesus.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
But, you know,
Guys,
we got a ways to go.
we can't tell you, obviously.
Yeah, we can't actually tell you.
You signed an NDA, but Frick can leak it.
We
We didn't
signed
sign the
an
NDA,
RNG.
so
Frick Rubin over here.
Hey-o.
let's go. That's amazing. Frick Rubin.
Heard it here first. I just get sued by
right.
Rick Rubin.
I know, right?
Right? Yeah, we just
Rick
get
Rubin.
hammered.
He's like,
drawn.
you said my name wrong.
Ah!
Imagine the guru guy gets mad and sues you.
Yeah, that would be insane. That's how you end a Rick Rubin
That'd be
career.
wild. He's like,
You
what?
put
how I
that
start my
information.
career.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
guarantee-
right?
I guaranteed he's sued people.
Rick?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no way.
Sure.
guaranteed.
Maybe his management, not him though. He hasn't
him-
supported that.
His overarching self, like not him,
Yeah.
his company, the
think
whole
so?
thing.
Oh, I don't want to
Oh,
believe
you got to
that.
sue people at a certain level, I think.
Yeah. And when it comes
Maybe
to
you don't.
lots of money, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes when you got like 100 G's on the line, you might be like,
Hey, that's
"Yeah,
mine.
I'm gonna ask for this.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This person's not giving it to me. That's
Yeah.
weird."
Yeah, I'm gonna
Give me
ask
my
for
money.
it. Yeah.
So something we've talked about on the pod, basically since the podcast started, is
Suing
this,
people for
Clipping?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing. No, is the concept of like minimalism versus maximalism, and we've talked about there's beauty in both, but everybody we seem to talk to about it leans toward one side, and that's even something you were saying when we were all kicking it is like simpler is better. Why do you think that is, or like what about this minimalism and simple approach
Dude, I think
makes things better?
I think tracks can easily be overcooked. Just like it's so easy to do that, and like there should be. It's a good skill to like find the point as an artist where you're like, you know what, this is done. It's fine. Like no one's gonna give a shit if I EQ this just like a tiny bit more. It's like, it's done.
Yeah.
Like move on. And it's been helping me, grow. Like if I'm just using like just the 909, boom, then it's just like all the sounds you need to make a track, plus like the mid range kind of stuff, and I don't know. It not saying that maximalism is bad, but it's just it can overcook your tracks.
Can overcook for sure, right?
Yeah, I feel like you can
Yeah.
overcook it with minimalism though too. It's just harder to.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be
You're right.
undercooked? Then?
No, it'd still be overcooked because
Yeah?
you're just working the track to death.
I mean,
Yes.
you
Basically.
can definitely undercook it
Well, you can
with minimalism.
You can undercook.
That can be a tricky one.
You can you can just undercook
Right.
tracks.
Totally.
That is the balance there.
It's- That's the hard thing to learn, right? Is like how do you make your minimalism
Yeah.
Like a good
sound
medium
good?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, same.
Ditto.
Hey, same.
I don't know. I like a mooing still.
A mooin?
Just straight rare.
Yeah,
You like
just
it
mooing.
rare?
No, not rare, but fucking
Ew.
pretty rare.
Pre-rare?
Pretty rare.
Just like the-
I like it. You know what? I like it
I
alive.
said pretty.
I like it
I like it
alive.
alive.
Rare.
just the cow alive.
Yeah.
in grass.
Yeah, I just like the cow.
So I can hug it.
Yeah, you're so beautiful.
And then we fast forward and I eat it.
Yeah, alive.
Have you guys seen those TikToks where they show you like a little cute animal and then
they-
it instantly
and then
cuts
it's
to
the
like
meat.
the meat and they cook it and it's
Yeah,
like
I feel
super cool.
fucking alive.
So no,
when I
I
watch
hate
those,
that.
I
I
just-
hate that so much.
I love those quick
Top of the
cuts
food
like
chain.
that.
I know, they're
Just
hilarious.
boom, boom, and you're like,
Whoa.
oh.
It
I'm in a
instantly
cooking
it makes me
video
want to go
now.
like turbo vegan on the spot. Like I can't. It's so sad. Seeing the little pig, and then you just see its slab meat form. Like it's brutal.
I could understand not wanting to eat factory farmed meat, but being full on vegan, that's a tragedy.
Tragedy. Why is that a tragedy?
Because your body needs meat. We evolved as carnivores. It is
I mean, depending on the
necessary
human.
Not arguing.
nutrients.
Omnivores.
No, I
Valid
know.
question.
I'm just
Valid question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, vegan and vegetarian are actually old Native American terms
Oh.
for lousy hunter.
Oh, man.
I'm just kidding. But it's good.
Yeah.
I thought that was real. Wow. I was gonna be like,
That was a hilarious.
Say with
vegan.
confidence.
That was a hilarious random thing you threw in there.
It's a
Okay.
bumper
Good job.
sticker I saw like
Okay,
years
nice,
ago, and I was
nice.
like, "This is the best bumper sticker on the planet."
I love those hot button topics. They do get some good
They're
memes
great.
going around
Yeah,
them.
they do.
Mhm.
They do. But
Yeah.
speaking of
meat makes you strong,
vegans.
basically. the
Or
synopsis of this segment.
Yeah.
You can't even say it with a straight face. Meat makes you strong.
I don't give a fuck what you do with
Yeah,
your
you can do
input.
it. If
I
you don't
like
want to
meat.
eat it, slide it on down the table. I will eat your meat.
Dude, he will
That's everybody in
devour
chat. I'm
your
talking to
meat.
everyone in chat.
Where were we even coming from in this?
I don't remember.
We were.
Oh, the
were we
the
talking
cuts
about?
on TikTok of the animal and then the meat.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yes,
There's something right
which came
before
from
that.
the minimal versus maximum.
Oh yeah, that's
Here we
where we
go.
came from.
We got somewhere to go now here,
Okay.
guys. How do you guys decide when your track is
Hey,
cooked medium rare,
this
aka
one.
perfect?
Mm.
Who wants to take it first? Austin, go.
If you can
Took
listen,
too long. Next, Alex, go.
Thank you.
Just kidding. Go ahead.
Honestly, for me, it's just when you're like, you're bopping, and then you're like, oh, the track is over. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you
Didn't
kinda-
like think about anything except for just like this the whole time, and then
That's
Okay.
that's basically what
Move
I was
on.
gonna say. Yeah. If you can listen through and you don't like hear anything wrong, you can hear things that could be better. But if you don't hear anything wrong, the track's done. You're good to go.
Yeah.
Then you get to that
It's
point where
done
you're
its
like, do
job.
I want to just be that producer guy and crank things up a notch? Which you can, but like, it's done its job.
Yeah.
It's done its job. You're good.
You feel
Me.
that way.
Yeah.
You feel that way?
The most maximalism man on this.
I
panel
hear you
right
just tweaking and tweaking the fuck out of your shit all the time.
Oh yeah, no, I'm the guy who will just continue to tweak.
How
but-
long generally do you think it takes for you to make one track?
So I can get like the idea out and to a point where I'm happy in like 4 or 5 hours, but then I will just tweak to infinity from there and do little like panning moments and really like fine tune the EQs and separate like depth and all that shit.
Do you think that holds you back at getting just past it, and then
No, not at all.
no?
I don't
So
think it
it's
holds
not
me
like-
back.
It does not hold him back.
Yeah.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
He's
more than happy
prolific.
with moving on and never touching it again or coming back in a month or whatever. I don't know. I just like it depends on the day where I'm like, do I want to do a new thing or do I want to just fine tune the fuck out of this thing?
Right.
Yeah. I like to have like several projects going at a time so that like whatever mood I'm in, I can just be like, I feel like making, continuing that 160
Right,
psycho
totally.
fucking hardcore track.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Let's
just
go.
vibing out to like whatever. Yeah.
Yep. I do a very similar thing where I have multiple tracks running at once, and I'll kind of like hop between them. Sometimes though, there's basically 2 stages. There's like the initial like getting the vibe out, which can take anywhere from 3 to 20 hours because sometimes one track will need to be like destroyed, consolidated, remade new with everything, and then like, oh, that's kind of okay, but then destroy it again, do it again, do it again, do it again, and then there's like gold, and you're like, whoa, there's the good shit.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that stage, and then there's kind of the refinement and mix stage where like if something makes it to that point, then yay.
And to go back to his question, when you find that gold, how do you know? Oh, I found gold.
After destroying tracks long enough, like I've been producing for 9.5 years now, and in the last like 4 years, 5 years, me and Dave have really kind of honed in on the idea of like making a track, and if it's kind of like a C grade, you're kind of like, it's a track, it's fine, but nothing's really that neat. Then just like flatten it, start destroying it, tearing it down, warp it, do whatever the fuck, just start fucking destroying it, and then like a new thing will appear, and you can kind of keep doing that. And occasionally you'll just run across a vein of just like absolute sauce, and you kind of don't know where it's going to be. You just keep digging and digging, and then it just appears. And when it's there, you know it. There's no way to like describe what it is. It's just like, oh, this is something I've never heard before.
And it just feels right.
Yeah, and it like hits with the drums you had from the 3 things ago. And you're like, oh, that's cool. Wait, what if I bring in the snare from the last thing? Okay, now we're getting some juice, you know, and it just kind of hits fast. And
You never know where it's going to end up.
right.
I have
right,
a lot
totally.
of ideas, and I'm be like, I'm going to start here, and then it just completely takes a 180.
Right, which is
fine.
It's the most fun.
Yeah,
Most
it is.
fun.
It is.
But just as fast as that can come on, so can the second stage, where it's quasi done and you move on to like the tweak stage. Like I'll be working on 4 different tracks, but then I'll just finish one, just because that one just happened to get a hair up my ass. And I'm like, oh, now let's just mix this whole thing and print it and we're done. Okay, well, that one's out of the way now. And then I can move on to the other 3.
Yeah,
Nice.
I will start doing like finesse-y shit in that like second stage. I'll start like varying a section of one element in some way, or trying to figure a way to squeeze the mix a little bit, or like any kind of random little thing to just differentiate it from the last section,
Yes,
or whatever,
and that's the
something
key.
like that.
When we say minimalism, we don't mean like we're gonna make a whole track from one snare sound.
Right. Yeah.
It's like being creative with like the few sounds you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Totally.
this time the hi-hats came in later.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a little shorter. Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
And literally something like as simple as that, like not having your hat in that one spot it was before,
it's
changes
the
the
sauce.
entire vibe of the track.
Oh,
And
so
it's
sauce.
the most easy thing to do, but yeah.
We can't give the audience too much credit. Like you take the bass out and then bring it back,
Yeah.
and people shit their pants.
So literally,
exactly.
literally.
Exactly. But for me, if people take the hi-hat out and then put it back in, I shit my pants. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No hi-hat and then hat.
Or you
That
don't
snare.
get the clap
Yeah.
until like
you don't get the clap till the very
way
end.
late in the
Yeah.
track, and you're like,
So
oh. As soon as the clap hits, you're just like, wow.
Yeah, especially
what the
nonchalant.
fuck?
Genius.
Yeah,
It just comes in arbitrarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time.
it's hard to do
Dance
as a
music's
producer, but
Yes.
it really fucking hits.
Yeah.
You just-
And that's the weird part about like your question is saying, how do you know when it's the perfect medium rare? Is like you really don't. There's no like right or wrong answer. It just
No.
feels right to a specific
You
artist.
just
like
go for it. You might get salmonella. Who knows?
yeah,
Yeah, that is kind of like there's no tune thermometer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't test the temperature of your tune.
right, right.
But
You-
well, actually,
you
that's
will-
not true.
You will know more and more as you do it more and more.
Get out of here, AT.
Yes.
Fuck you, AT.
If
Just
you do it
kidding,
a bunch
AT,
of
we love
times, you'll figure it out.
I'll
Like,
say
you
yeah.
have to.
the best thing you can do for that exact thing, figuring out when your tracks are cooked medium rare, is to get a bunch of other producer friends. Surround yourself with other producers who are of similar
Open-minded.
Yeah.
level and open-minded and cool, and you vibe with.
Open-minded
They're just
and
friends.
also with decent taste.
right, and
These
you know?
days.
and with
That's
the
helpful.
drive. Like they also want to push you
Yeah.
as much as they want
Yeah.
you to push them.
Very,
Yeah.
very key.
Yes.
And then your thermometer is bringing them into the room. And you don't even have to hear them talk. You can just have them listen to a track and immediately you'll get the fucking energy. You're like, oh, that part's gay.
Yeah. Oh, that's the
Uh-oh.
best feeling.
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
And, like
it's-
inviting you guys downstairs or
Oh,
something,
yeah, yeah.
and we're just listening, and no one says anything, and you just feel it in a moment. You're like, oh, that was wrong.
Yep.
And I felt that everyone felt
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
That's yeah.
It's
You
weird
will
how that
feel
works.
it if you bring someone in the room.
It's crazy. And it doesn't.
They don't even have to be that good.
No.
Yeah. Literally, like be your parent or someone.
Yeah.
Like
But another producer like heightens
Yeah.
it. Like
Oh,
so
yeah.
somebody who knows what's happening. That's who you need friends with.
yeah.
Yeah. Take the negative feedback with a grain of salt. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the positive feedback.
Agreed.
Right.
Definitely
Right,
the
right, right.
positive.
Too many of your
feedback.
good
It's always
friends.
the worst when you're
Yeah.
like, check this out, and they're like, it's good.
It sounds
Yeah.
great.
They're like,
It's
oh my
it's good.
goodness, this is amazing. Are you Fisher? And you're like, calm.
This is the greatest
fuck
song I've
down.
ever
Oh,
heard.
that is a different
Like you're
level.
lying.
When they're so
Just
they're
amped.
so amped on it, you're like, oof.
Yeah, you're two
I-
amps.
I
This
don't
is
even
sus.
like it. That
I
much. Yeah.
don't like it as much
whoa.
as you're.
right.
I hate it
giving me
now.
Right now, that's
I'm just
not
gonna
okay.
destroy my laptop.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna burn. the whole
Fortunately,
house
it's
down.
not. It's not the most common thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But
That's
Thank
also
God.
something that's kind of sick about if you have the opportunity. Fuck, I cannot.
you can't talk.
I
Tell me
can't.
about it.
Opportunity.
Jesus. If you can play out live, you can test out your songs
True.
and kind of just see how the crowd reacts.
That's a great way to test out your songs because it's like you'll get hammered with your own song for 40 hours and you're like, what the fuck? And then you play it. That's when you really know.
I'm so jealous of that.
It's the
So
true
jealous.
test.
I can't wait till I can start doing that and just be like, okay, I'm gonna ease in this new song. Let's see what happens.
Man, good feeling when people are like, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You're like,
I know.
oh,
You're just like,
yeah.
I know. I played one of mine the
Don't.
other day, and it definitely put a weird ass vibe in the room, and I was like,
Oh yeah. That was
Time
good.
and place, though. You know,
Dude.
it was hilarious.
Steam
to
was
me.
great.
Go off somewhere.
Yeah.
We threw a bunch of weird shit at Steam. It was great. It was a good time.
Yeah.
The bartender was having a great time.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
you were saying.
Yeah,
That
she's
was-
Yeah,
killing
you
it.
literally said that earlier. Playing to the bartender, like that's
We
you
all
gotta
do it.
this
It's
sometimes.
real.
If you want
It's
to be a
very
DJ,
real.
you will DJ to bartenders.
Yep.
Yeah, because it'll be a lit person. You know, they're lit. They have lights on them, so people can see them, and then you're just like, well, that's the person I can see. Let's see what they think about the music.
Let's see what they think about this.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, they're
All right,
liking this
all
one.
right,
All
okay,
right, cool.
All
All right.
Back to work. Yeah.
Oh, they're dancing.
Oh, all
sick.
right. Sick. Patty says great advice all around. Well, Patty,
Fuck yeah,
we're glad you're
Patty.
here.
Thank you for the questions.
Yeah, thanks for the questions
MVP,
in
Patty.
chat.
We love the
Amazing.
questions.
It's amazing.
Austin, do you have any ending
I got
things
nothing.
there? You got nothing there.
Mm-mm.
Steam bartenders have definitely heard some shit.
Oh wait.
I feel like this guy is from Denver.
Local?
I got one.
If you know the Steam
Oh,
bartenders,
he's got one.
Steam bartenders. Great. They're great.
they are great.
They have
actually.
heard some shit
Shout out
and
Bar
dealt
Standard.
with. They have dealt with shit too.
Yeah, they have dealt with some shit.
Shout out Bar Standard. Shout out Milk.
bartenders. You know?
Shout out bartenders. Yeah, exactly.
Shout out bartenders, dude.
Bartenders.
Why you guys laughing?
You went through
The
the laugh.
fuck? Why do they laugh?
Yeah, that's so
Excuse
mean.
our audience, guys. Oh, we got a question in from Twitter. Was this last minute?
Yeah, last minute from Twitter.
Last minute.
I know.
All right.
You just sent it.
Damn.
This is a question from option 5.
Oh.
That's option.
This guy's a troll. This guy's a troll.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
that
this
guy.
guy online.
Yeah, me too. Favorite room to play in at Steam?
Banger question.
Bathroom.
I wish, dude. I would play in that men's. I'd go fucking
I
hard.
do. Well,
Jesus.
like at the entry, maybe.
yeah.
Well, since I've only played in
It'd be a pretty
arcade.
Sick, it'd be pretty sick one to set up though.
Okay, yeah. If you haven't played,
Well,
which one
I'm
would you
gonna-
want to play?
right, upstairs, obviously.
Oh, upstairs.
On the roof?
Yeah.
No, on
Room
the
with the
voids.
cushions.
On the voids,
On the voids.
of course.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Um,
bar standard. Just straight
but-
up bar standard is obviously the best room.
The red room, if I have access to the high end, aka like the house.
Oh.
If I have room to the house mix.
Room's pretty harsh.
Is it too bright in there?
Yeah, it's way too bright.
Oh.
It's pretty harsh. Yeah.
It's so harsh.
I've never actually kicked it in there.
It's got a good mid chest vibe. Like it's nice and
Mm.
bouncy. But
Yeah.
unless there's like a lot of people packed in there, it's just like a tin can.
Interesting.
Which
it is
if
a
you have
little tough.
access to the high end as the DJ, it's not that, big of an issue because when there's nobody in there, you just have it a little drop down. Then as people start coming in, you can start boosting the highs. And it's fine. But that's my answer.
Yeah. Good DJ tip. Don't just redline when no one is in the room.
Correct.
Yep.
True. Yeah, we played that set. We didn't even adjust the gain from the point we came in.
Yeah.
Maybe for a tune or two to get them
Turned it
level with
down
the
a
other
little more.
things.
Right. We're like,
But like, I don't know. We're just like, we assume this is the loudness that we're being given. All right.
Well,
This
that-
is what they were playing on.
right. And they were playing drum and
Yeah,
bass.
and
for
it
us
was
to
loud.
Walk into. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it seemed loud. So
Also, I had feedback that it was loud, that we were playing loud.
sick.
Loud is good.
And I'm like, okay, well, we weren't doing anything different than they were doing.
Right. Sorry, our songs are louder.
Sorry, we have WAVs.
Yeah. Right. Sorry, we're not playing 368 fucking MP3s.
Yeah, fucking YouTube burns.
Yasuda.
Not saying they were.
Look at that. We got another question.
Last minute.
But Dave,
Vasuda.
Where do you want to play?
Just bar standard.
Oh, the upstairs.
Main room.
Hang on. Don't close that mic.
The upstairs, the top deck. That bar standard.
Yeah, normal
Main
with the
floor.
voids.
Main floor. Okay.
Main floor, yeah.
But
Yeah,
but that's
main
not
floor.
at Steam anymore. So
True.
Oh, okay. I guess that whole building.
It
was
was
kind of
when
my
I
question.
first went. So
that's true. The first
Back in the
several
day.
times we went,
Yeah. Right.
Mhm.
It is when
and they
when
had
there's a
pizza
headliner.
parties,
Oh,
Yeah, if there's a bigger.
bring back the pizza parties, please.
especially now that I
Goddamn right.
know everyone. And
Honestly,
I
it'd
can be a
probably
part
go
of
off at this point.
Oh
It
yeah.
would.
Right.
Yeah.
I would be broke, just like I'm starving. Oh, go to Steam, pizza, and music.
it. Right? Yeah, that would
Right.
be nice.
Yeah, free.
Right, free. Austin.
The main room for sure. Also, I forget what room it is, but it's the one that's like right next to the arcade. That one seems fun to play in.
Polka dot.
Polka dot. That one would be fun. You have a fun little like compact stage where you're. I don't know. I like
Right,
that. I
right,
like
it's
that.
cute.
It's a cool. It's a fun little spot.
Yeah, it's apparently designed based off the movie Clockwork Orange.
Oh, interesting.
I could see it.
Haven't
I
seen
kinda
that
see
movie,
that.
so I don't
No,
know.
that movie's fucked up.
It's a wild
Um,
movie. Yeah.
We love you too, AJ Skater. So what's your favorite room to play at Steam? Since you've actually played multiple rooms.
Yeah, probably the main floor with the
Main
voids.
floor. Let's go.
I like the voids.
Hey,
Yeah.
what do you know?
What do you know?
We have a pretty similar thought process.
Vasuda here. Do you
Right.
think it would be possible to make a whole song sound spotless?
Hey, if
without-
I'm England.
Yeah,
What?
without any mixing. If you use sounds that are super clean.
Oh, 100%.
I have
Fuck yeah.
Like example, analog.
I have a very specific thing to say
Racks.
about this.
I have a couple things to say about this. But go ahead.
When you say you use sounds that are super clean, it doesn't. You don't want clean. Clean's not good. Clean is boring. You want like shit with like character. So, but what you do want is an ear for finding the sound. So yeah, you can definitely put together a bunch of really cool sounds. And I don't think that clean would work very well.
Yeah,
but
that's great advice. That's great advice. And clean is like subjective, you know.
Mhm.
So you could be like, I'm clean and haven't
Sure.
showered in 2 weeks.
they could be some clean sounds, dog.
Yeah.
These sounds are clean.
Pretty clean sounds, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking rip of
Shit's clean.
like some tape cassette
Right.
from whatever.
I think you could get, a bunch of samples from Splice and throw them in and it would sound solid. But to not mix it entirely, like I think at least if you were allowed to just use volume to mix it, you could get a really, really good
Mixing. That's mixing.
Yeah,
You
that's the
you
one
can't-
thing. If they're all just stuck at 0, I don't know.
I mean,
Correct.
quality sounds definitely like, makes less work for
Mhm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's a good point. The source sound has to be good. That's a good thing. Nobody talks about.
YouTube
People are
MP3
just like,
rips.
right. Exactly. So you said mixing. If you use sound,
He also
sounds
said
that are super clean.
make a song sound spotless, which
Right,
is a
but-
hilarious kind of way to
yeah,
put
it
it.
is kind of an English thing to say, maybe.
Ew.
If you use sounds that are super clean, like for example, analog/racks. Well, analog/racks aren't clean. That's why
Correct.
they're analog, because analog
Yeah.
is
A
distorting them.
digital synthesizer.
Right.
Very
if,
clean.
If you're using Serum, super clean.
Yeah.
That's why we try and add
One might say
vibrato and
spotless.
distortion and stuff like that. Yeah, you might say.
Yeah. I mean, you can just do a saw wave and call it a track, and it will be spotless.
Yeah.
It'll
That's
be
true.
a pure saw
Here's a
wave.
saw
Perfect
wave
signal.
at C1.
for 3 minutes.
Here, right
Ew,
here.
C1.
I know. That is a weird little spot.
Wow,
Sounds
already
perfect.
better. Already better than just a saw wave at C1.
But I understand what he's asking in terms of
Yeah.
if it's just like the best sounds ever, can I get away with not mixing? And I say no, because you
No.
have to level it, and leveling is mixing. That's 90% of mixing, is just making sure this thing's at one level, so it's in your face, and this thing's quieter, so it's back here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to mix.
You would have to get really fucking lucky.
Yeah. Basically, just the level of the samples
You're like,
using.
wow, these sound really good together, but this one is too loud. Let me go find a quieter sound.
Right. You don't mix it, you just pick a different sound that's quieter. I guess you could do that.
Right.
That sounds
Have
like
AI like you're like, give me sounds in -6 or I don't know.
F -6.
That's still mixing.
-17 lufs.
You are mixing it though.
Well, not well. Yeah, I guess.
What do you think, Freaky Boy? What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, finding great samples and sounds and stuff, just less work
It's key.
in general. I don't know if it's completely possible to just like not mix a song at all. And, I don't know if that's possible.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. You could do it, but it's not going to sound good.
Right. It's just gonna be a wall of sound.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's an artistic style.
Yeah.
And something sounding spotless at the same time is just such a hilarious idea.
Unless the only thing I could
I
say,
will make a fucking spotless song without mixing.
Let's hear it.
the one
It's
caveat.
just gonna be a single
Without
saw
mixing.
wave.
The one
Turn the
caveat
saw wave on.
It's a whole new genre.
is you're recording.
Sine core.
You're not. We're not talking about in the DAW making music here. Let's say this one
Sneaky.
benefit of the doubt I could say is maybe he's just recording a vocalist and a guitarist. And
You got one microphone.
Yeah.
Is your positioning of the people count as mixing? Because
Correct.
Because that is kind
Correct.
of mixing.
That's where it gets sketchy.
If
But
you're like, hey,
if
the
you got him,
guitarist
like-
is slightly out, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
wherever you put that microphone, you're kind of mixing right
he's
there.
panned slightly left now.
Oh yeah,
Especially, well, I guess that's 2 mics. But yeah, so there's that.
there's always mixing involved.
Right. Let that just be your takeaway here.
All right, good question.
Thank you for the question, Vasuda.
On that note, folks, thanks for joining us for episode Dub Tempo Bomba Clot.
Boomba.
140 man.
Pussy clat.
Yes, I.
Great time.
Dude, my phone never goes off in the pod.
All right, we're done.
I don't know why you're looking
We're
at me.
done with the
Can I
podcast.
hit one?
Yeah, you can whichever one you want.
Ooh. Oh, we never hit that one.
It's like a more you know
Folks,
kind of a vibe.
Be sure to subscribe, follow. Where can people find you on the internet there, Mr. Frick?
MySpace, really, mostly.
Okay, what's your handle for AOL?
It's go frick yourself.
Go frick
at
yourself.
MySpace.com.
At MySpace.
What
Yeah.
what song are you using for your MySpace
We'll put it in the show
page?
notes for everybody.
Is it like Linkin Park or something?
That's a good question. It's a secret. You have to follow me.
You gotta go check it out.
Yeah, I think is it at Fricky Boy?
Fricky Boy on Instagram, Mr. Frick on pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
There we go, folks.
This dude's made like 100 songs in the past 4 weeks or something. He's about to drop
Give or take,
EPs
like
on
86.
albums on EPs. Yeah.
All right, folks. We'll see you guys next week.
Later, everybody.